a second-class upper division after finishing from college, the best staff of the year in the office for the past 2 years, the general secretary of a renowned social group, a decent salary to afford you some luxury, and a beautiful family to live with. Yet you find them all unimpressive. What could be wrong with you? Luckily, a scan revealed an aching pain beneath these accolades. So, after all your exploits, it comes at you like a masked robber in the midnight and a zombie in your nightmare. And what do you do to it? You surrender everything. Your grades, your excellence, and even your financial power. Don't act too confused. Trust me, you could be just one of the 85% of humans battling with this. Rather than deny, why not seek a solution since we have it here? The aim of this video is to unmask this robber and strip it of its power over you. So stick around till the end of the video, as I'll be sharing the most effective tip in silencing this challenge forever. But actually, the said problem isn't so powerful. In fact, it is so low that it is called low self-confidence. Well, you could choose to call it low self-esteem. However you choose to call it, one fact unites them. They're both low. Yeah, that's exactly been your problem all this while. But if they're not so powerful, how come they've held 85% of the world captive over the years? Well, this video is to make you one of the 15% who'd be on the high side of self-confidence or self-esteem. Signs that you've been a victim of this are quite numerous and easily noticeable. A sign is if you lack self-worth, that you often feel needy or unworthy of love, care, success, good relationships, and everything good. So even when you've achieved as much as Bill Gates, you feel unworthy of everything you have. You'll probably feel your success with Microsoft came through sheer luck. Well, that's a sign. Another is if you struggle to build healthy relationships. It shows you're low on self-confidence. Yes, I'm talking about you. You wonder why you've had 6 besties in 2 years? It's because you struggle to keep relationships, and it's an evidence of low self-esteem. It's surely getting more and more relatable. Well, that's not all. There's so much more. You say so much negative self-talk? Well, that's one big sign that you need this video, and you should stick around till the end of it. And peradventure, you mistakenly press the home button. You don't go ahead and say things like that. I'm so stupid. Today will surely be a sad day. Nothing about my life makes sense. Negative self-talk isn't a flex in any way. Rather, it proves how lowly you esteem yourself. Low self-esteem. Yeah. Doesn't end there. Self-doubt is a big deal too. You don't experience self-doubt because you're meticulous or humble. Nah, that's low self-esteem right there. Every human could second-guess themselves. That's quite normal. But when you distrust your judgment so much that you constantly seek the opinions of others, even in making the simplest decision, there's a low problem. Yeah, you're right. A low self-esteem problem. And then, the next is so common that we see it every day. We come across folks who can't even walk straight or sit upright and think that's all there is to it. You should pay attention to it too. Bad posture isn't just about the body. It has so much to do with the mind. It could be a product of low self-esteem. And then we have eye contacts as well. You don't avoid eye contact with people. Trust me, they won't bite. You do it at a normal rate. And it surely gets awkward when you do it too much. The best way to work it out is that you maintain eye contact 50% of the time when you speak and 70% when you listen, and you're good to go. Other symptoms include avoidance of social gatherings, indecisiveness, fussiness, social media addiction, overthinking, and several others. You could be there wondering how you acquired these habits or how these traits became a part of you. There are several doors they could have come in through. One is your childhood experience. You possibly didn't fit in so well at school, or you weren't meeting your parents' expectations, or perhaps you were the least intelligent of your siblings. The door of our childhood experience is such a big door, and so much could come in through that door. Most traits of low self-esteem come from our childhood experiences, but they're beyond that too. There are other doors as well. Our personalities could also be the door. It's been often said that melancholics and phlegmatics, or introverts generally, run a higher risk of low self-esteem than extroverts. I'd want you to remember that as good as your introversy seems and as much as you like your space, you could be, unknowingly, strengthening the effects of low self-confidence in you. So come off the vulnerable shelter of introversy and enter the refuge of healthy self-esteem. What's more? Well, if you had difficult life events such as a serious illness or bereavement, it could be the reason why you're among the 85% of the world with a low self-confidence. You remember the Little America's Got Talent semifinalist, Tyler Butler Figueroa? The little violinist had leukemia and lost so much hair. As a result, he was mocked at school, and many kids fled from him even after his recovery, thinking cancer could be transmitted. According to his mother, he became the opposite of what he had always been after the incident. He was no longer outspoken or outgoing. He went far into his shell and lacked enthusiasm in doing many things until he enrolled in a violin training. While he played violin, the spark came back. He found something to be passionate about again, and something he was so good at that restored his full confidence. Thanks to violin, he defeated low self-esteem. And that exactly is the purpose of this video, to hand you whatever your violin is and seal your victory over low self-esteem. But before you get your violin, don't forget to stick around till the end of the video to get the most effective tip that works for all cases. And you could just give a like and a subscription to get more updates from us. I trust you've done that. Now you can have your answers. First off, you recreate your self-image into a positive one. How do you do this? Have you ever made friends with someone you once perceived as an enemy, or found yourself eventually loving a villain in a movie? Yeah. What you did in both cases was that you recreated the image of these ones, you edited it and cropped out the irrelevant parts. So you do that to yourself too. You correct how you perceive yourself, change your impressions about yourself. You could do some writing here by writing your name boldly on a piece of paper. And then in small circles around your name, you highlight your strengths only, or the strengths of the person you hope to be in the next few years. Focus only on your strengths and ignore your weakness for now. You've been about them all your life and nothing's changed. Ignoring them for a while won't hurt. This may seem delusional at first, the same way loving a villain is delusional, but keep it up and gradually you begin to see yourself with a different lens. And once you've done this, the next step is to believe so much in yourself. If you don't, nobody will. Believe in the new you, the recreated you. Have so much faith in your ability to be all you now see yourself as. Remember, it's your mind, and it can be tricked to favor you. You've noted this? Then let's move on to another violin. With this, you can achieve the same result the violin gave the AGT semifinalist. Then you do all you can, never to find yourself in comparison with another. Think of it. Have you ever tried comparing your thumbprint with another's? You definitely haven't. All thumbprints are unique. Different patterns, yet all unique. So also are humans. Let's make it clearer. Have you tried comparing LeBron James and Chris Brown? If you won't do that because they're in different fields, then don't compare LeBron and Michael Jordan because they're different humans too. Therefore, regardless of how similar the circumstances are, never compare yourself with anyone. The basis for comparison can never be the same. We all have unique experiences. By avoiding this, your self-confidence builds some muscle. And while you do this, always ensure you have a positive tendency. In every situation, be optimistic. Even when all roads are blocked, think about flying an imaginary airplane. Just always think positively. Always see light at the end of the tunnel. Always see a new day after a long night. Don't be shackled in pessimism. It hurts your confidence. The more positive you are, the more you believe in your abilities to find a way out of problems. And when you solve those problems, play another violin by celebrating your small wins. You finished an exam? Celebrate. You qualified for a training? Celebrate. You got a salary raise or a promotion? Celebrate. Celebrate so much that there's very little time to be worried or fussy. And finally, work on your appearance. Once, a famous radio presenter was invited to appear on TV, but he arrived 10 minutes late. That was quite unusual of him, and so the director asked why he came late. He claimed he was already dressed when he noticed he didn't have new socks, and he thought that wasn't too good for his first time to appear on TV. To him, Wearing clean socks wasn't enough. It needed to be new. So he went to the store for a new one. Surprised, the director wondered why he did that, since his appearance on TV was only going to be from his waist upwards. They would be displaying only his torso. He then responded, "To be spotless on air, I need to feel myself spotless in everything, starting with the shirt and finishing with the pen in my pocket. If my socks have holes in them or my shoes are dirty, I'm not spotless anymore." Well, it turned out this presenter was one who would always present on radio wearing a suit and tie. He took it that seriously. Well, you should too. And if there's one lesson to learn from him, it's that your appearance improves your self-confidence and social performance. Look your best to feel your best. So before we go, we promise to give you a master tip that worked for anyone in any situation. But before we do that, kindly let us know which tip you're going to try next in the comment section. Now, you have your master tip. Read books. You've heard this several times, but again, read books. Knowledge really puffs up. Trust me, this isn't to make you proud. But remember, you've been low. You had a low self-esteem, and you need some puffing ups to get higher and be better than average. You get those puffing ups from books. A new perspective, a new knowledge, a new ideology, a new way of life builds your confidence. And when you read, impact someone with your knowledge. It tells you you can lead. You can dominate too. You can be the center of attraction. And significantly, you can be among the 15% of the world with a high self-esteem. If you enjoyed watching this video, kindly react by clicking the like button. For more quality and easy content like this, ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications to get alerted when we drop content from time to time. You could check out our other videos to get easy life hacks like this. Until next time, peace out.